Wastelanders, to the next episode of Let's Build a Damn City here at the dam. So we got some holes in the fence. These guys, you can see him bobbing around here in the water. Just keep trying to go to the other locations because I just don't have enough people for the security posts just yet. So, yeah, they kept doing that. And that's just the default in the game, that if you have all these places and you don't have enough people for them, they will just like keep trying to rotate from one post to the other. So I suppose I could put them back. I initially was just taking them out, and I guess I can put them back in and do something like that. That's kind of neat. Nah, I think I'll just go back to the traditional ones I had if I can find them. I took them out just to try to get them to go back in there, and the one character did. The other one was just like, nah, I'm just going to keep floating around here. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back in place, and then we're going to create new people and shove them in here so that they do as I want them to. So as I make each one, I'm going to come in and make a person for it. So I did a little research on the keycard thing. From the last episode, I was trying to set up a keycard to open that door for the bomb place thing, whatever. And I'm supposed to, I guess, craft it through an engineer workshop, which when I tried to do that, it was not working for me. My engineering workshop thing was blank, like as if I had no recipes, no nothing. And it might be because I'm not really officially in a settlement, I suppose. I really don't know. Sometimes things like that can get kind of glitchy. So, yeah, that's kind of where I left off with that. So at the moment, we're not going to have keycard access. Let me put this bad boy in here. Okay. I know this guy's aching to get in there, but chill, dude. We're going to put somebody else in there. And he eventually might return to where he's supposed to. So I'm really not all that worried. It is what it is. If need be, I can just make another person and put them in the other place.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah! You... There.
Okay.
Excellent. Where are you going? If you go into the water with this guy, I swear I'm going to start killing people. What? Teleported. Get into the thing. Oh.
Sure.
Okay, no. Now, can I move it before she gets to it? Because I think it might be a little too far forward. It shouldn't really matter that much, but that works. And she's going off in that direction. What the heck? These people. I don't think I have a guard tower up here yet. I mean, I built them, but I don't think I actually built, like, a guard thing. Where are you going? Oh, I did. Okay. Why on earth they want to go to the ones that I'm not assigning them to? Just to make my life difficult.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Yeah, well, you're about to have 10,000 more because you're getting to work, buddy. Get in there. And he's not going where I assigned him. Oh my goodness, this is like insane. Hey, you. There. And he's off in that direction. Where'd the other people go? He's still floating in the water. Lost track of her. This is why I use like the NPCs, the non-interactive NPC guards, because the real ones are just stupid. Like beyond stupid, and do stupid things. So that one at least is where they're supposed to be, and so is that one. Alright. Anyway, we're gonna move on. This is just becoming redonkulous. Okay. Speaking of redonkulous, got all this here. I think we're gonna take that out and Back to G2M construction. Nope. We're gonna go back to, there we go. I'm just gonna put in some little doors just to fill this in a little bit better. Nice little color change, and we're gonna leave that gap the way it is. Maybe do something like this. That just looks stupid. It kind of looks stupid, doesn't it? I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I don't know. With all my weird angles here, it's kind of hard to make these things work out perfectly. Especially since we're building on, like, a curve. Yep, maybe I'll stick a boat in there. I have access to my boats. Need... I don't know if I ever put that mod back in that gives me the boats. Definitely, let's see, miscellaneous. I mean, that's a boat, but not the boat I'm looking for. It's technically a ship. Let's see, decorations. I do have a mod that I've used in the past. It's actually called, like, boats, and it's just, like, all boats. So, vehicles, airplane, bus, boats. I want, yeah, that's what I had looking fjord. Oof, it's a little big. Put this in place, and then we're gonna have to shrinky-dink it a little bit. There we go. That's mucho bettero. Nice. Now it kind of looks like it's purposeful. Okay, so let's turn off highlighting so we can set the height on this guy. I like to dip it down till, yeah, I just start to see the water. Because then it looks proper like that. Oh, look who got out of the water! Alright, buddy. Good for you. And now he's going to stand in front of a wall. What a dope. Alright, and now that I've done that, I kind of want to move this back. So we're going to have to do something like that, I think. Because there is a little rudder for the back for this that snaps into place, or is supposed to. Go. Well, let's put this on an angle. Always put it straight. Let's do angled. Nice. Love it. Okay. Of course, now we gotta reset our height because I moved it. We'll have to adjust our rudder again. Perfect. Maybe. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna go down. Perfect. That solves that problem. Excellent. Okay. Now on to the next thing. We gotta lower this down because it's a little too high. Let's go ahead and loop that down a little bit. Yes. Connect it there. Now let's see if we can get this. Ah, perfect. First try. Ooh, thought for sure I was going to fall in the water. Are you in there? You are. Stay put. Okay. Cool. Now that we've gotten that... Need... Alright, so let's grab onto this guy here. So we can torque that. Oh, like so. And we'll grab that guy. Nice. Link that like that. Excellent. Okay. Now I think... Yeah, I think we should put some railings on top of this guy. Let's go for some traditional wood ones. Or do I want to do something a little different? I mean, I did that fence there. What else we got? I think this is like too tall. Plus it's not going to snap. They don't snap to each other either. Or do they? No, they don't. Get out of here. Okay, turn our highlighting back on. Ooh, we got the wire fence. That's actually kind of cool. Let's do that. Let's get that guy. Oh, removed Thar. And there. And every which way except for the way I want you to go. Alright, not bad, not bad. We'll have to torque this on our own. Make that connect better. Yeah, that's not bad. Cool. That gives us a little fall protection there. Let's see, what do we have? Now we don't want to go too far this way. I don't know if I want to keep that like that. Maybe we do something like this. Let's try having a little fun here. Of course, I could always make this a little wider, but then that would kind of mess things up. We got that gap there. What can we do with that gap? Suppose we could put another set of stairs coming down from there down to like here. No, I think that would be problematic, to be honest. And don't know how far I'm going to go over that way either yet, so we'll kind of leave that as it is. I'm thinking too I might want to build a house on top of the bunker, just because that would be kind of cool. Or something. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe, maybe not, because we got that bridge there. Well, the bridge... Hey, hang on, I'm getting ideas here. Let's see, let's go back to T2M construction. And yeah, let's get something like that. Kind of fill this in a little bit so we have some more connections. I don't really care how pretty or ugly this looks. The uglier the better, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of like that. Because maybe if we can build a little house here, front door could be right here, and then we don't really need this section of fencing anyway. Let's take that out. And we're going to scooch this forward, I suppose. So that just looks awful. Get out of here. Alright, maybe we won't use that. We'll change it out after I put some sort of house here. Let's see, what do we have? Have for walls. What can we build here? We want something with a door. Which the door's got to match up with my layout. There we go. That's not going to work. Alright. Like, you know what? Hang on. We're going to go to Woody's Wasteland. Let me turn my snapping back on. Does that not work? Huh. Problem here. Let's do a quick save. And let's log back in. And... Ooh. None of my buttons here work. Okay. Oh, they are. They're just not telling me. Yeah. That's not good. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Turn that off. Okay, so that works. And there we go. There's our snapping. Excellent. Okay. Now we need other walls. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. We want a window. Perfect. And here, because we got the elevator, we want some privacy. And of course, it doesn't want to go the way I want it to go. And, ooh, how big do I want to make this bad boy? If I do something like that, gives us room. It's not a bad idea. Alright. We're going to need like a roof section in order to make this work. Let's go ahead and put a roof up and a wall so we can connect. Just to do that, because it wants to be a pain in the patootie. Alright, now we need a half wall. One without a window, because again, we want some sort of privacy here. I don't know why I'm saying privacy, but it is what it is. And I think we're only going to have that one door. We're going to keep this completely closed off. Because we don't need multiple doors. So this person built their house here because they want to make sure that if the bomb goes off, they go with it 100%. Really, dude? You got your two freaking walls there. That's the perfect space for it, so connect. Really? Does everything have to just be a pain in the butt? Oh, wow, dude. Try a different wall. Nope. Probably because of the way the floor is, it wants to be a pain. Okay. Let's try another section of roof here. have- Yeah, there's the half wall. Okay. Let's put the whole one in. Let's try to get a half one in. There we go. You got a whole one now. We can hopefully put a dang wall in. Hey! There we go. Excellent. And actually, I think I'm going to keep that exactly the way it is. That actually looks kind of neat. Or do I want to turn this around? What happens if I turn it around? How bad is that going to look? Oh! That actually looks even better. Nice. We're going to keep it that way. Oof. So I might have to change that out because I think that's going to interfere with the elevator. Where's the call button? Up here. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Ah, yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that roof. Son of a monkey. Alright. Well, we have other ones that don't have as much overhang, so that's not that big a deal. Okay, what else we got in here? We got that guy. That one overhangs the other way. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Now we're also gonna need sort of connecting something. Maybe even like that. But actually, you know what? Maybe we'll just use... Oh no, we can't. Let me see, what do we have in here? Do I have... Roof, stairs... These are all vertical. Oh, actually, no, there's... Huh, fallen down post. Maybe I want to kind of fill in the gap a little bit. Oh, we can't go too much, because otherwise we're going to be, like, hitting the thing there. You know what? Never mind. It is what it is. Just mind the gap. Awesome. We got a house there. Okay. So now... bring that elevator down. Stops right there. Perfect. Okay. You guys probably thought I was frozen for a second there. Promise you I'm not. Alright. What do we do about this? I think we can get rid of this, and we're just going to use some regular wood fencing. So let's go ahead and come in here to wood. Yeah, we're going to put some of these bad boys in here. So let's just go with the bigger one, because that fills the gap perfectly. So... and of course, this section will have to use the smaller ones, and we can actually overlap two of these on top of each other. So let's turn our snapping off. This, there we go. Boom! Love it. Alright, now we can turn our snapping back on, so we can do the same over here, but with something different. Ooh, I didn't think about that cross brace. That's gonna look funny. That's fine. Who cares? I don't. Neither should you. Okay. Now we're really getting in here, making some tight spaces. So let's turn our snapping back on. And no, we don't want that. You know what? We're just going to go with this guy. Just like that. Nice. Can we get through here? We can. That way we can come this way. Why? I have no idea. Just because it's fun to have different ways of walking. Then we'll come over this way, and then maybe I'll build a bridge, I think, that comes from here that goes over there, because that seems kind of cool. And you can come on this way, come on over here, like, hey dude, you want to get blowed up? So do I. Nice. Alright. And come down here with my little rampies. Go in there and say hi to those dudes. You can sneak on by this way. Excellent. And come on over here. Go in the water, or walk this way, or that way. Awesome. Alright, let's do a savey. New savey. And there we go. We are in. Like Flynn. Got ourselves a little shack right there. I did think about possibly extending this out this way just to make... I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but... I do think we do need like some sort of... something. Just because when the elevator is up, like, people can fall because people are stupid. So, plus it looks kind of neat that we'll do that. You know what, maybe I will put, like, a little door there and make this like a balcony. Well, let's do that. Let's have a little fun. Alright, let's go back into, whoops-a-doodle, Woody's Wasteland. There you are. And let's get the little singular, whoops, door. It's not going to go the way I want it to. So let's do that first. Then that. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of cool. And then when that goes up, as long as the elevator is up, you can actually just kind of sneak on through here if you wanted to. Nice. I like it. Okay. Maybe we can take that out and build out this way. We got endless possibilities with this because of all the different layers and levels and who's what's is going all kinds of different directions. So, yeah. Even just thinking about it's a little bit overwhelming at times. Okay, where do I want to build next? We can just kind of start up here. My roof's going. Man, we got all kinds of funky angles going on. Maybe not. Maybe we'll leave that spot open. We definitely got to leave that spot open. Can't do anything there unless we're just building straight up the side. And you know what? Actually, I want to try building my bridge thing. I don't know if there's bridges in here or not. Let's see. The miscellaneous. I don't believe there is. Go back into the wood section over here. Got that and that. And oof. We got our little glitch going on there. These really don't snap, I thought. Oh, wait, I think it's under a different mod they do. Let's see how. Maybe I'll just use one of these instead. These are. Oh, look at that. That actually comes really close to that land section there. Maybe I don't want to build that unless... I want to maybe copy my design that I've done at Zimonja, whatever it is. Kind of make that into its own little thing. Show you what I mean, where you kind of use that as a exit point. It's just wide enough that you can get up and over. Cool. Alright, so maybe we'll do that. Alright, let's hop back in real quick. And we're gonna need... Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna go old school. Floors, foundations, yeah. Get this guy to connect. Connect, there we go. Something like that that has its own supports built in. Ooh. Of course. Don't match up there, but that's okay. You know what? Maybe that's just going to be a house, and that's going to be an entryway to the house. I think we can make that work one way or another. We can change our design a little bit. So let's go back into Woody's Wasteland, because we're going to need a singular door. And then we'll have to work off of that. So let's go ahead and get our doorway. Let's put it here. And I think I could always twerk the bridge and everything to come over that way. Oh, no, what are you doing? You don't want to be in the center. I want you off to the side. No, what are you doing? Alright, hang on. I'm going to finagle this here. Let's put that. There we go. That's more what I was looking for. That seems like a pretty big gap. If I do it on the other side, though, then I gotta move this in further, and I don't really like to do that. So, there we go. Grab onto that sucker. Okay. Now let's line our bridge up with that. Bring our stairs here. And let's boot that up a little bit. Yeah, you got a little step up and down. Now, let's see. Come on over here, and over there. Then we just got to fill that little gap in. Perfecto. Nice. I like it. Okie dokie. Okay, so what do I want to fill in? Actually, you know what? You know the perfect stuff. We are going to go to the crew tab, structural, and metal, and corrugated, and black. We're going to get, yeah, some of these bad boys. Perfect. Ooh, gotta fix my height, though. The bridge. I want this metal to sit on top of the bridge. So. That's better. Okay, cool. You know what? We're going to put a bent one in here. I told him to get bent, and he did. Nice. Now when you're walking over, it'll go clank, clank, as it rocks back and forth. Ah! That sticks up, so we're going to have to stick something there, though. Maybe. Find something small. Let me think. What can I put there? Maybe not. Oh, okay. Let's do that then. Let's see. How does that look? That. Oh, jeez. That's not better. Yeah. Turn off my highlighting so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. We'll stick that like that. And maybe stick that one on an angle like this. And we'll boot that up on top of that one. Yeah, that looks cool. I like it. Excellent. Okay. And stairs stick out a little bit. Well, we can get a little more walkway back if we do something like that. Perfect. Let's work it a little bit. Sweet! We have bridged our gap. Okay. Now, we want to keep going, I think, until we hit land. Maybe... Actually, you know what? I think there's some decent bridge stuff in here somewhere. Let's see. Miscellaneous. We got railings, windows. Oops. Got this one here. Miscellaneous. Wood things. Railings, doors. Pretty good if it's in... Might be in here. Wood, towers, walls, staircases, miscellaneous. There we go. There's the bridge stuff. These are pretty nice looking, though, compared to, like, the rest of it. Why was I so high up there? It does look kind of neat, though. I mean, it doesn't all have to be, like, crappy wood, you know? Nice. Alright, let's see. Got spiky things, yeah. Railings. Do these snap? Do we have snapping turned off or on? I don't know. Really? They don't like snap? Oh, that's lame. I don't know if I want to keep that, though, because, again, that does look a little too nice for the whole section here. That's just a plain wood bridge. Again, it's going to look a little too nice. Yeah, the wood's... It's too nice looking. We don't want that. So we're going to fill it in with... I think... I don't know what I think. I try not to. Hurts my head. Let's see. There we go. Maybe we'll snap this guy. These snap to each other, right? Nope, apparently they don't either. Son of a gun. Okay. Well, we got the same bridge there. We got that section. These should snap. There we go. Snapping is turned on, of course. Now that doesn't want to even snap the correct way. Let's just turn this around and see what happens. Really? What are you doing, man? I don't know. Okay. Let's just see how that looks. Maybe. I mean, I can make this house bigger too, because right now it is actually alone. Well, actually, I don't really think it matters. I don't really care. I think we'll fill that gap in there too, because otherwise that looks pretty darn dangerous. Of course, this whole place is super dangerous as is. Again, that's too nice looking. That's apparently a bridge. Let's see. Alright, so I think I'll keep those. And then let's put my own railings and supports built into these, because actually I do need to shore this up with some support. So I guess we'll go to here in wood. Get some supports. And yeah. I know I use these a lot. These are probably just my favorites because they're big and robust looking, you know. I feel like I don't really have to worry about anything ever collapsing with these bad boys in charge. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Excusez-moi. Alright, so let's put that up in here. Perfect. So, I just noticed that we kind of come this way and then end. I guess we'll go out that way or something and then come up to meet. That seems like a problem for another day. As we are running out of time, you know. We'll stick that guy there. And I suppose we'll put one on each side. Why not? A little symmetry here. That I used a kind of big word. Perfect. We can always put a walkway going off that way too. And making some progress. Okay. While we got that going on here, I might as well finish up this building here. And put in more windows. We like windows. One there. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's gonna mess up this dude's view here. We'll have to fix that. Not now. I want to kind of get this built. Why do you have to always give me trouble? Like, seriously, just go here where you're supposed to, but no, instead I gotta put a stupid roof on. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, whatever, okay. I don't care which direction it faces. Just as long as we can put our dang wall in place. Even that's gonna be like, you know. Hey, there we go. Get out of here. What? I think maybe I'll just leave it. Who cares? Okay. And I think I'm gonna put another. Do we want it there though? Do you want it the other way? I have more than one of those. No. So you can turn these around though. What if I take that out and wait, is that stuff? Oh, okay. We don't want that. Get back in there. Let's just move that. There we go. Kind of didn't want it like right in front of the stairs because it's just a little awkward. You open your door and there's somebody coming right down the steps, right in your face. Not good. Okay. This guy here. And for now, we'll just kind of put that there. And slap some roof on this bad boy. So. Cool. Alright. Now we're going to build a house right on top of it that matches up to that guy there. This is going to be a 2-story house, too. So, for now, I just kind of want to lay down some structure here. Let's see. Let's do... Actually, let's come back into here real quick. I just want to kind of get the basis for this. Need... No. Where's our foundation? What am I looking... There we go. That's the bad boy I'm looking for. This way we can kind of do something like so. Might have to do this out a little bit, though, because it's going to kind of take away some of her walkway. But we'll figure that out. Okay. Let's go ahead and do something like so. Now we got 2 floors here. This one we can just plop down like so. How's that going to look? Nice! It's like resting right onto and into it. I love it. And we can also add like some half something or other as we move along. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, around here real quick. There we go. That gives us a little more floor space on the upper floor here. And I suppose, yeah, let's go ahead and, whoops, back into the floor section. Let's do a little mishmash to give us another little half of something. Like so, and then we'll throw some walls up. Some regular walls. There we go. So I might change these out for something. So we could have some windows, because you know how I am. I like my windows, but for now, we'll just put some placeholders in here. Actually, yeah, give me something like that. Alright, now we've got a 2-story something or other. Cool. Oh, man. Look at this. We still got all this to fill in. All that to fill in. This is going to be quite the project. Of course, we got to keep going that way for walkway. Let's see. How does that look? Yeah, that'll be fine once we get going. Cool. All right. That's going to do it. There we go. We're making some damn good headway here. Alrighty, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you all on the flip side. Till next time, don't get irradiated.